the world must come together as one. There are people dying. Oh, when it's time to lend a hand to life, the greatest gift of all. We can't go on pretending day by day.
Kidding, Roger.
That somewhere will soon make a change.
Preach it.
We are a part of God's great big family. And the truth, you know, love is all we need.
We are the world. We are the children. We are the children.
We are the ones that make a brighter day.
So let's start giving. We are the world. We are the children. Let's start giving.
Come on now.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's right. That's right. Welcome to Tri Virtual Roundtable.
Welcome to Tri Virtual Roundtable.
Welcome. Live. Yes.
Whoa.
Yes. Oh, yes. Yes. Welcome, everybody.
Episode 15.
Hey, Devin, tell your volume up. Your volume's a little low.
See, now you tell me.
It's a little low. But it's okay.
Welcome to Tri Virtual Roundtable. Oh, wait, that's me.
Oh, yeah. All right. So how's everybody doing today? Welcome to Tri Virtual Roundtable episode number 15.
Is it really 15?
Yeah, it is 15. I know. Oh, I just did it a second ago. All right.
It's like almost 4 months.
All right, guys. Well, today we decided to make a little step today, and we're going there. We're racism. What is it? Why are we why is it such a big deal? Why do people use that as a way to get back at people sometimes, or excuses, or what reasons? We want to talk about it today, all of it, with all you guys.
Well, who's gonna start it out?
Well, first let's integrate it into the multiverse real quick for like 2 minutes.
Oh, 2.
What do we think about racism in the multiverse? We all have avatars. We really can't see each other. We can't base anybody by our looks exactly unless we put our face on there.
I'm glad you're talking about that because that was something I was going to talk about as well. Keep going.
Well, and I was going to say we can kind of tell by voices, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could think, oh, that person sounds Egyptian or whatever, right? So I just threw that one out there. I don't know. Or Irish.
I think that was quite obvious.
Right. There's British people you hear, you can tell where people are from, but you can't see them. So you can't really base anything on their race right away.
So I'm going to talk a little bit about that because that kind of brings me why I went up to Washington this past week to visit Iceman, because I was talking to somebody else about this. If you were to like check the boxes, I think I was talking to you too, Iceman, about, if we were to be hanging out somewhere, me and my friends or whatever, Iceman would not be one that I'm going to just automatically go and say, oh, this is going to be my best friend. This is going to be my buddy and we're going to hang out. We were able to build a relationship. I didn't see him. There was no judgment on visual. All I had to go on was, how does he treat me? How cool is he? What do we have in common? How do we interact? How do we help each other? And all of that clicked. All of those boxes clicked great. And then the other stuff that came into play is like, whatever. These other things are way more important. Mm-hmm. The fact that he cares, the fact that I can get that without even seeing him. And then once I saw him, it didn't matter what he looked like, or
he was like, ew, but still he cool.
Well, you did have a problem with me being in a wheelchair. You're like, oh, you're crippled. I was like, wait a minute. I was like, yeah, I didn't tell you that I lost my leg. Dude. But other than the disabled part of it, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Really? You got that's what you. That is all false. Those are lies.
He
all the
almost
way
picked
from-
he almost picked me up, hugging me out of the chair. Like I was like, he's lifting me up. I don't know what's going on.
You know, I was a little excited. Okay,
Yeah,
I was
okay.
happy to see you, and it was a really great meeting. Again, the whole family, Angie, Dylan, Emma, Richard, everybody,
And even my friends, he met my friends,
John, all you guys that were just welcoming me in, and it was just a great time. Tracy, see, I'm gonna do the thing and forget people. Connor, Jasmine, Taylor. I got it.
All right.
Loki.
You don't need to go to the dogs. You don't need to go to the
We're not
dogs.
going to spend half the podcast.
Aria, thank you. Shut up. All right, Doc, you're up.
Oh, so I know. Well, I'm not going to do that other thing just yet. We'll do that later. But here's the
Multiverse.
thing.
Yeah,
multiverse. So racism. Okay. I'm not going to be too opinionated with racism.
No,
okay.
actually, I have
Yes,
some
I am.
questions
Because
for
if
you.
you're racist, you're dumb.
Uh-huh.
So anyway, listen. So here's the thing. I was in our little zombie thing in Multiverse, and there was two Spanish guys. They were obviously Spanish. I don't know where they were from. And, so
What did you say,
I'm an info person in the Multiverse. And guys, anybody that's new to the program understand Multiverse is a VR platform. We all met through the virtual world, and we're gonna have podcasts showcasing some of the real cool things in the virtual world. There you go. Yeah, I like to show mine too. You know, Big Daddy got that. Yeah, and I'm not racist just because I have a black one covering a white, Oculus. Okay.
Right.
So
Are you sure about that?
I know, right? So here's the thing. I'm in there and I'm trying to help these guys. And I said, hey, is there anything you guys need? You don't understand anything about the platform? I think they said, shut up, N-word. Now hold up. So
I was called that too in there.
Time out.
I'm trying to help you with the
Yeah.
platform. And because of my deep, sultry voice, you assume I'm black. Because I have
It
an
was
avatar.
soothing.
And they said, I swear, with not even a hesitation, shut up, N-word. Now, the original black man in me wants to go upside the head with a baseball bat. But then I recognize I'm 55 years old and I ain't got that kind of energy. And I probably need to fight. So that allows me. I know, not anymore. VR chat, same thing. People call you the N-word. Shut up. Out of nowhere.
Sorry about that, Tay. Sorry,
Tay-Tay.
you were one of the last ones.
Oh, I was
going to
mention that when we had a break.
Yeah, and
you interrupted Doc.
What's up, Rolo?
Anyway,
yeah.
What's up, Rolo? So, anyway,
Rolo.
I know we're going to get into more racism and things we've experienced and stuff like that, but
so I have a question for you, Doc, if you don't mind.
Sure.
In specifically in Multiverse, have you experienced racism with your plots or with
Multiverse platform?
with people? Yes, in the Multiverse platform. No,
man, we got all love in Multiverse. I swear, except for that one guy at one period of time.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, but he didn't really say racist stuff, did he? I don't. Oh, he did. Oh, I missed that.
Yeah.
That's probably between me.
Well,
cussing him out.
Especially to me, because I was the one that was the worst to him, and he was just turning it on me and called me all kinds of
on social media.
Yeah, all over the place.
Called
on
out
me.
Devin.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. No. It was pretty bad.
Yeah, racism. It's a good topic, though.
Yeah.
Now, can I say one thing real quick? And this is not a Devlin story.
This is your podcast.
I was home from college. My mom lived in Leesburg, Virginia, and I'll never forget. I'm from the city, so we lived in this development where this beautiful field outside. And I kid you not, I'm walking the field. I'm like 19, 20 years old. I'm still a young kid. And I swear out of nowhere, this deep rooted hate voice came out of nowhere. And remember, it's a development, so I don't know where it came from. And they said, get out of here, N-word. And I think that was the first, and it was deep. So this guy was older. Like you could tell, like I could tell he was older, probably 70s, 80s. And he said, get out of here, N-word. And that's the first time racism broke my heart a little bit. Like, damn, I'm just sitting here chilling. Like I'm a good kid. I'm in college, Exactly. Now, what I'm happy now is that it's 30 years later and he's probably dead.
That showed him.
More than likely he's dead.
Silver lining, right? Okay, so for those of you out there in the multiverse, quick announcement, new storefront, Jacob's brand. Woo! All right, hold on. Let me get my that's
He's
my
not
bad again.
prepared.
I know. Jacob's brand. We are now in Jacob's brand as well. You guys can go in the storefront in there and see this live. We are also live in all of the storefronts currently.
Is Catherine in there right now in her storefront?
I don't know. But
Genesis City, Utopia.
Yeah, all of them. MrHarmony's Island.
MrHarmony Island. Iceman.
Yep, we're in there. All right, so we wanted to talk a little bit today about racism, and and actually this was pretty crazy because this was another surprise. Hey, Doc, you
Mhm.
wanna Doc jumps out. Hey, you guys ready to talk about racism? Let's go. Well, let's do it.
Yeah, let's
All
do it.
right.
Okay,
his
so
reasoning.
then okay, I'm just gonna throw this out there,
Sure,
Doc.
sure,
I get
sure.
to throw you under the bus a little bit.
Mhm.
So we were discussing this throughout the week, different times. Oh, we're gonna be doing it this week, and Doc's, I got some stuff to say. We're gonna dive into it, and then we're talking on Friday. Yeah,
Mhm.
we're ready. Yeah. So then I'm flying back. I got back early this morning, so I'm here, and so wake up and getting podcast ready. I get a call from Mike. I get a call. We're talking. Hey, are we doing the podcast? Yeah, we're doing the
Because I
podcast.
figured you just got home. I didn't know if we were still
Two
going to do it.
2 o'clock. We
Yeah.
or 5. But yes, we are doing the podcast. So all right, cool. All right, blah blah blah. So
Doc calls us.
ring. What's up, Doc? Hey, are we doing the podcast? It's Memorial.
What are you fools doing it on Memorial Day for?
It's Memorial Day, guys. Are we doing the podcast?
Well,
Yes,
Memorial Day
we're doing the
weekend. Sorry.
podcast. Yes, we're doing the podcast. Yes. I mean, did we stop the podcast for your Super Bowl?
It's everybody's
For
Super
your
Bowl,
Super
but yeah.
Bowl? No, it was his. But no, we are. Yes, hey, Honey Bear.
Hey, honey,
Oh,
man.
Trying
so-
to show this in the screens. Oh, okay. So if you go Serenity Cove, if you go into Tri Virtual Serenity Cove, it's in there. Just throwing that out there. Doc.
Yeah.
So why did you want this topic, racism, now?
Well, it's not even about now. It's all the time
Uh-huh.
because ever since, and this is how I was raised. Like,
Well, can we back up one second?
Sure.
Because I kind of want to start it out with what our definitions of racism
Gotcha.
and bigotry are.
That's true.
So can Doc take over on that? You're gonna
Hey, Doc.
we're gonna throw
Yeah.
out the actual definition. So when
Wait,
we talk
absolutely.
about
hold
it,
hold on, Iceman, real quick before you start that, Doc. We're gonna hear his sultry voice now. Here we go.
let's go.
Alexa, define racism.
Racism is usually defined as a belief or doctrine that inherent differences among the various human racial groups determine cultural or individual achievement, usually involving the idea that one's own race is superior and has the right to dominate others, or that a particular racial group is inferior to the others. For more, ask me to give you more definitions for racism.
Did you hear that pretty good?
Yeah, we did. It's so superior. The key
The key word is
the
a
key word
superior
there
race
that
over
I am
another.
superior over
Mhm.
you, and therefore you are less than, or you are not ever going to be better than me,
Yeah, as good as I am. Yeah.
as
And
good as
then
I am, or be
bring-
able to achieve the things that I can achieve because I'm superior.
So bringing up racism, we looked up bigotry to
Mhm.
actually see what the difference is, because people are called bigot, they're called a racist. So go ahead, Doc.
Alexa, define bigotry.
A person's opinion on a certain topic can be affected by bigotry, which is when someone shows complete intolerance for another person's point of view, religion, or race. This can lead to discrimination against people who think differently from the majority.
I love you, Alexa.
She don't care. So bigotry, the difference is
She said no. Oh, that's nice, Doc.
so the
bigotry-
difference.
Uh-huh.
Go
What
ahead.
did you get out of it? What was your?
Well,
what
I
was
got
your
out of it.
piece?
It's not about a race. It's about any ideology, any beliefs, any kind of system like that. And it's more of a I don't like you because you like the Eagles football team.
Right.
You know, so you could be a bigot. You could have bigotry towards that. Like it
Mhm.
doesn't have to be a race
A
necessarily.
hatred and
It could
then
be
looking
hatred
down on
and,
them, and
yeah,
then
on but based on
Mhm.
other than race also.
race, right?
Mhm.
Race and culture. So it's a little different. So so Doc,
Yeah.
growing
Okay,
up,
go
what
ahead,
did you-
Doc.
Oh,
Sorry about that.
growing up, your racism stuff. Come on, what was able to mold your mind to where
To not be
you see it
racist.
differently?
My mama, my dada.
Good parents.
Like,
No, that's good. That's good.
So here's the
There you
thing.
go.
I've never, and I think sometimes it's in you, right? Like some
Mhm.
people have certain things that are instilled within them, right? I've never looked at white people, Spanish people, Asian people. I've never looked at them as bad people. It's never been So that's why I don't understand the stupidity of racism. And yes, if you're racist, I'm calling you an ignorant piece of, I'm doing it. Because my thing is, you're basically not liking somebody because of their physiology, as if they had a damn choice.
Right.
Yeah.
They were born that way. Just
Right.
like
They're kinda
Lady
born that
Gaga,
way.
whatever. They were born that way.
Right.
Yeah. We're born that way.
And the geography of their ancestors. It's like the dumbest thing that man has ever created that allow us to flow into all this sectionalism. Like, I like you, I don't like you because you're a Democrat. I don't like you because you're a Republican. I don't like you because you from North Philly versus South Philly. Like, gangs, this block,
Right.
that block. Like, come on, I'm an Alpha Phi Alpha. I'm supposed to not. Well, that's not true. We love the Divine Nine. We love each other. We just have friendly jokes. My point is, there's this division thing where it's just created, and it's culminated to this ridiculous stupidity that people actually think they're smart or they're better than being racist. Racism has never helped anyone. That old man that said that to me back in the day, he dead as a doornail.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm gonna tell you why I say that, because his voice was deep. Like, if this was the 50s, I'm lynched.
Yep.
Or 40s or whatever it was, because it was in his voice so powerful that it scared me and it made me sad at the same time. I remember drooping my head and just taking a walk, and I was in a daze for a minute because it was that deep. I never heard it that deep.
Right. And that deep hatred.
Yeah.
And
like, for what?
It's different. Yeah. I'm just walking by you. Did I say something to offend you? Did I hurt your feelings? Did I call you out of your name?
Here's the other part, though. If your raggedy ass fell down the stairs and couldn't get up, and I was the only person there, you'd ask for my help.
Exactly. Yeah.
They'd expect
because of your need, because of their need. And again, what is it? It's selfish. Is that, what we can say? Are we not thinking of other people? Are we that empathy, that understanding?
No, empathy. We're done with empathy in this country.
Empathy gone.
In the
Yeah.
world,
and it comes to kind of off topic a little bit, but like me, I was born, or not born.
Can I ask you a question real quick, Mike?
Me?
Why I was getting that, which is going to lead into why you're saying what you're saying. Why do you like me and Doc? No, I'm just kidding.
I know, yeah, you like me.
Well, you're black.
Yeah, I know. What for someone that is I don't even know how to put it.
It's easy for me to say this sitting here discussing this. Like, I feel I don't see race, right? I feel that way. So meeting you guys, when I first met Doc, I didn't think anything about race at all. We were talking about healthcare, right? So that's where like my mind went with, okay, he's making this healthcare thing in the multiverse. That's awesome. And then he, handed me off to Devlin. Like, I can't talk to you no more. You talk to my friend Devlin.
And then go run the streets with him.
Yeah, and then go make me some money. But which we're still doing. But
yes.
But no, then I met him, and then he's all about like business, things like that, right? So never once did race come into it, right? And I could tell Doc, I could tell that he was black just by the way he talked,
his
right?
Sultry voice.
All sexy.
I wasn't gonna say sexy, but yeah. But anyway, like I was brought up in a military like family, and all of us on base, all of our kids were all together. Like, we're on the base together. And military, you go all over. So you had a lot of mixture of cultures and of races, black people wearing white, and marrying white people. It's like all of them, Koreans, it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's normal.
And so when we were all together as like, we were just children, like we're just kids, and our parents are what they are. So I think I told this in another one, but I got a rude awakening when I came back from England, and I went to Louisiana, and there are some racists in Louisiana. And it goes both ways. It goes both ways. And it was like, I immediately started talking to this one guy, and he happened to be black. And then some later on, like a week later, these other guys like, hey man, how come you keep talking to him? I was like, what do you mean? I was like, he's in my class. And he goes, but he's black. And I'm like, okay, like I really didn't I was like, yeah, I know that, right? Like that's a fact.
Tell me something I don't know.
Right, like it's a fact, right? Like it's not like a bad thing.
Right.
And he goes, man, you just gotta stick with your own. And then I was like, I need to stick away from you. That's what it is. Like I already know this is gonna be bad.
You are
Right.
not my own.
And then, but see, like I can tell that story, and someone else that might be a little racist on the opposite way, right? They may be black, going, "Oh, you're just saying that because you're a white guy, blah blah blah," right? You're trying to fit in. And then I could say, "Well, I got 2 black guys that I host a podcast with," and they'll be like, "Oh, now you're gonna drop the I got black friends." I'm like, "But my friend's Filipino. I got a Filipino friend too." He's like, "Oh, now you're not. Now you got another race."
Oh, you get to throw everybody in there. You're just trying to get everybody.
Right.
There was a show, and I'll never forget this. And I almost wished I was in the audience, and it drove me nuts. It was Oprah. It was something like that. White kid was on there, and he was speaking real urban, and
Okay.
And so all said, "Oh, you're acting black." Here's the thing. That's where the kid was from. What the hell is this? What is this supposed
That's
to
his
do?
environment,
That's his
right?
environment. So
It's
then
like
a
you
black
live
guy-
in England, you're gonna get a British accent.
Yeah,
You know,
a black guy stands up and he says something. You know what he said? I just can't necessarily formulate, but he's acting black. I'm like, bro, you got up speaking intelligent and articulate. Are you acting white? And I wasn't in the audience, obviously. And I'm sitting there thinking,
right.
what are you talking about? You're sitting here asking an articulate question, straightforward, no problem. So are you acting white? But nobody formulated that. And I just thought what he said was so stupid. And that's how one of the things that helped formulate the way I am. Like, dude, like, what are you talking about?
Well,
That's where you're from.
I like you could. I look at it as you got to know your crowd that you're in also, right? Like, so when you talk, like I feel very comfortable with these two. I feel comfortable with my friends that I know, and we can actually joke about our differences, and we don't hate each other about them. We talk about them. Like,
what were you eating before earlier, Doc?
I was eating watermelon.
And
a big old spoon.
A
half of it in a big old spoon.
Yeah.
And what did my sister serve you, Devlin?
Watermelon, chicken, macaroni and cheese.
That's what I'm talking about.
And she wanted to, and she specifically said, "I'm representing." And I said, "I bless you for representing." I love me some watermelon, chicken, and mac and cheese. I love all of them. So bring it.
I go to barbecue. I bring mayonnaise, and you guys bring watermelon. I mean, what? I don't know.
Look, we just want people to understand when they're watching the show that, look, man, and look, here's the other thing that people may not realize. Iceman and I, we have different political views. Do we need to fight and try to?
Thank you.
Yes, we do need to fight. I mean, no, we don't.
We need to hate each other over that? No. I mean, it's just not. It's not worth it. Racism has never helped anybody. Except the people had slave owners and like Tobacco Road, and they built up all that stuff, and then they, denied it. Then later on, but listen,
but that some people, I guess,
did benefit
from.
But now it's kind of like we got to just move on as a people, all of us. No, as a human race. I'm sorry,
not
as a people, as a human race.
Hey, speaking of which, hey, I just real quick, I was up in Seattle staying with my brother. And hopefully Beth is watching. Hey, I hope you're watching, Beth. Hey. And I went to go visit her son, and we're hanging out. And great guy, great. He's an amazing kid, not 30, but I mean, amazing guy. And we were talking, and the rate afterwards, his mom was telling me, Beth, we were driving, and he says, "He's a great kid, and the race, and doesn't see it, and you can tell that he just gets along, and he's just that kind of guy." And she goes, "Yeah, one of the phrases that he uses which gets, you can't eliminate anyone or isolate. You're just a great human being." So when he would address someone, you're just a great human being. You're awesome. It's not race. It's just, you're a great human. And that's how we should look at people.
I would never use.
You're a person that I can hang out with, that goes along with my values.
We gotta have a button for him.
A what?
A button, because I'm talking too much. I know.
We need a button for that one.
It's like a debate. You got 2 minutes and then you're cut off. No.
But seriously, okay, wait, I gotta say Rolo real quick. So Rolo said, "I have the same experience like Mike. Military brat, did not really see racism until we were back in Texas, going to school at the local high school." Yeah, and when you jump into an environment that is completely opposite of how you've been raised or how you.
That was still going. I need that button.
No, it's good. No, it's okay. He brought Rolo into it. He brought Rolo into it. It's okay.
You can see, yeah, because he brought Rolo in.
I'm racist against Devlin.
No, you're a bigot. You're a bigot.
I'm a
You got
bigot.
bigotry.
You're bigot against Devlin.
No, I'm kidding, Dev. Do your thing, man.
I know.
I'm totally
No,
picking
but
with you.
seriously, but yes, you can see it and you drop it in the environment. You're like, whoa, you can see it right away.
When I would meet someone, let's say I met you and we're getting along good and stuff, I would never, I wouldn't use that terminology. You're a great human, right? I'd be like, oh yeah, he's a great guy. Like I wouldn't say he's a great black guy, right? I wouldn't say he's a great, guy with glasses. Like I wouldn't use those characteristics to describe someone. I was like, oh, he's a great guy. She's a great girl, whatever, But yeah, I probably wouldn't use the word human being, my own vocabulary, right? But I wouldn't, that would be better, I guess, if we all said it that way. But anyway.
Yep.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I agree, Rolo. Friends forever. We've been friends and buddies. And they
Who
even
said friends forever? Who said that?
And they even invited me into the Horseman. All I got to do is get the tattoo.
No. Oh yeah, we did.
All I got to get the tattoo. So all right.
Well, we got Keith in the running. You got to remember Keith's in the running to be with the
he's not
fourth
gonna go get a
horseman.
tattoo. He ain't gonna go get a tattoo. He's all right.
Yeah.
Who's gonna get
All
that
right.
too?
So I got to be one of the horsemen because there's 3 and the other one he didn't get it's supposed to be
He didn't get a
4
tattoo.
and he didn't get a tattoo, so he didn't qualify.
We have a group called we call ourselves the Four Horsemen.
Yeah,
me, John, and
Help
Rolo.
with the racism argument, because then like the devil.
Well, wait, we have 2 white guys. We have 2 white guys and a Filipino. We do need a black member.
Yeah, there you go.
So I want to be diverse as possible. Do those check marks.
Hey, wait. Doc. Yeah. Remember when we were talking on Friday? What was Iceman?
Oh, I'm the
what? And the Fat Boys?
I'm the DEI hire.
Oh,
I'm the
DEI, right. Yeah, we only brought Iceman on to make us look good and get money.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, we needed some of his kind.
We need to be politically correct or incorrect. I don't know which one it is.
Yeah, whatever you call it.
Yeah, whatever you call it.
So this is funny. So do you guys have something else? Because I don't want Doc.
Wow.
Damn,
we get an applause for that. Yeah. Doc giving up the spotlight. Devlin.
You didn't help it there either.
Devlin giving the spotlight up. Okay. So all of our fans out there that keep talking about why isn't Devlin stop talking? Now it's happening. It's happening.
Iceman?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead, Doc.
Back to you, Bob. Hey, listen. So where are we at now? Okay, so I came up with this thing. And this. You guys want me to do this now?
Yes, please do.
So, here, this is. I've been waiting to do this for a while because I think racism is just so damn stupid.
Yes.
So all you stupid people who are racist, and yes, I'm gonna say you're stupid because you were raised wrong. And if you think you're racist and you're young, you need to really take a look at. You can't have I hate these people, but this one's my friend, so he's okay. It doesn't work like that. If you're walking down the street and a bunch of Asians whoop your ass, you can't hate the whole race. If you walk down the street and some Spanish people, black, whatever it is, you can't hate the whole race. That's dumb. First of all, you're not better than everybody. Let's be clear. You're not. When you die, you go off like everybody else. If you die in the middle of the street, you're going to rot like everybody else. So you're not a better individual. And I mean that wholeheartedly because racism is stupid and it makes no sense no matter how you try to put some Bible on it or try to talk to your friends or this, that, and the other. You teach me something, you teach Iceman something, you teach Devlin something, we all learn it, All right, so here we go. So racist people. I'm going to need you to not be racist out of convenience. If you're going to be racist, doesn't matter white, black, Puerto Rican against Mexican, Asian against Korean, it doesn't matter. If you're going to be racist, I need you to be racist, but this more so pertains to Americans because, we're really that melting pot. Here's the thing. Stop watching the Olympics. Stop cheering. Keep your ass home and do not pay attention and stay away. Listen to what I'm saying.
I'm listening. This is interesting. Okay.
I need you to stop because if you're going to be a racist, I want you to always be a racist. Don't be a racist when it's convenient. Okay. If you get a promotion at your job, I want you to look into who gave you that permission or who was a part of it. And even though that promotion will help you benefit your family and more groceries or buy next job, I'm gonna need you to deny that promotion. Okay. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna need you, if you get into a car accident and you're dying, okay, and the ambulance comes and it happens to be somebody of the people that you're racist to, I'm gonna need you to tell them to go and not help you out. I'm gonna need you to bleed out. Okay. If you need a transplant, kidney, liver, whatever it may be, I'm going to need you to look into that transplant and make sure it was not handled of anybody of any particular race. And I want to make sure the surgeons, the nurses
stand by your beliefs.
Stand by your beliefs. So I'm going to need you to probably drop that and leave that transplant for somebody else.
Yeah.
Here's the other thing. If you get shot in the middle of the street and you're bleeding out and you're dying and the cop happens to come and they're part of the race that you don't like, white, black, Spanish, Mexican, whatever it is, happen to be a Mexican police officer, I'm going to need you to sit there and bleed. Okay. If you're in a war.
And don't expect him to chase him.
Yeah. Don't expect him to go after the people. No. Iceman, I got a few more.
I wasn't gonna say nothing.
If you're in a restaurant and you're ordering food and you want to sit down and enjoy your meal, if the waitress happens to be of a race that you like to talk about when you get home and teach your kids bad habits, white, black, Spanish, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna need you to leave the restaurant and not eat the food. Okay, if you're in a fire and you're up there and all that black smoke's around you, your lungs are filling and you're in pain and you're crying and you're asking for help, if that fireman coming up the little ramp thing is coming up, if he happens to be of a persuasion that you talk about and raise your kids to be stupid like you, I'm gonna need you to sit in the fire for a little bit longer until somebody of the proper persuasion shows up. I'm real quick. If there's a natural disaster and you're under a building and you're suffocating, you're dying, I'm gonna need you to ask the people before they dig you out of their ethnic persuasion to make sure you're comfortable with who's raising you. Let me see if there's long lines or something like that, and you see people of a different ethnic persuasion, I'm gonna need you to get out the line and start over again. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying stuff like that. I mean, if you're
reverse racism.
I need you really to focus and be racist, and don't be racist when it's convenient. Don't be racist when somebody's there to help you and you talk about them behind their back or their family or people like them. It's not the race, you dumb. Okay, it's not the race.
Oh, I don't have a beep.
Okay, it's the individual that you have a problem with, or those individuals. It's not the race.
Yeah,
I'm actually angry.
Don't get angry. Don't get angry.
I think it just bothers me. I just need you to bleed out. The world's a better place to me without you.
So I think the problem is that there are closet racists, right? All those scenarios you talked about, they're not going to say anything to the white waitress or the black waitress. They're not going to say anything publicly. When they leave and go home, they're going to talk to their family. Man, did you see the way she handled my food? She hates me, and that's why we hate them. And
and then after this, we're going to go to church.
Yeah, well, yeah. Then there's that. But I was gonna say about when you said
go church
about war. That's what I was. My biological father was in Vietnam and stuff, and I was kind of into doing reports about Vietnam. And the one thing you always hear about in other wars, obviously, they were their brothers and sisters in war, and it didn't matter when it came down to it. It didn't matter. Like
Not
you're
one
right
bit.
next to a black person, whatever Israeli, it doesn't matter. That person is on the same page as you. The bullet doesn't matter your race, and you know that you're in there together, and your brothers and sisters at arms, or whatever they want, whatever you want to say.
Together, you sleep together,
and
you
that's
switch
one
off,
thing.
you look out for each other. After you go to sleep, I'm gonna watch your back, because in a way, I'm gonna go to sleep. I need you to watch my back. So I trust you. I believe you got more.
I got war, because that was what I was going to say. And I didn't mean to interrupt you, Devin. My apologies.
No, you're good.
But I was just thinking about, imagine that homegrown, I'm not saying all Louisianas are people are racist, or Mississippi, whatever. But let's say you got the homegrown white kid who's from deep Louisiana, Mississippi, wherever, Georgia, wherever. And then he goes, and all of a sudden, boot camp. You want to treat people of a different skin color or a different race differently. You want to talk about them. You want to have fun. It's funny that we spit in his mashed potatoes or treat them like crap, because that's where you're from. But when you get that bullet in your ass, all of a sudden, it's like, oh, whoever's around, help me.
Right.
When you think you're not going to meet your family, see your family again, your daughter, your wife, all of a sudden it doesn't matter racism.
And sadly, it's someone who does have that opinion that gets helped by another race that it might I've judged this all wrong. Right. Like he really didn't stop helping me. He saved my life. And that one by one, that's how hearts can be changed, even though it's a bad example.
I'm gonna throw in some multiverse in here and just real quick.
Okay. Oh, Rollo said something too. Can you please read that, Devlin? The second thing Rollo said? No, second.
Never met Devlin until a couple of days ago. Never thought about race. Hit it right off the back. I did. I said friends forever. Remember I said? And then amen, Doc. Honey Bear said that. Amen. And Chrisandra. Hey, girl. love this special, hands clapping, post-its and stuff. I think that's what those are. Hey, and just real quick, in Multiverse, for example, I think if you surround yourself with people that are not like you, the chances are you're more likely to be more accepting of the people around you, because that's who you have to be around. And then when you find out how cool they are, so again, you people that maybe might be racist that hang out with only racists, maybe that's why you're racist. So maybe
why you have a low IQ too.
Well, they're in their own bubble.
Yeah,
they're not getting out of their
Get out of
bubble.
your bubble. Get out of your bubble. Meet some people. Go on Multiverse. Get a headset. Go to college. Go to a trade school. Go to get involved in community events.
Learn something,
dude. Get involved with people where you can actually see how to treat people.
It's funny because in the multiverse,
you didn't hit the button, Doc.
Oh. In the multiverse, what I've noticed, and see, this is what a racist might say, right? What I'm about to say, which is bad. But I would say 90% of the people that I hang out in the multiverse are black. Like, I started naming them off, and I'm like, I think it's a smaller list if I pick white people that I know. And it's true. Like honestly, like there's really Sherry 11 Goddess was in there. Like
Peaches. Peach is black.
Peach, which I didn't even know Peaches was black. This is true.
She's Chicago.
After a while, someone said something and Peaches reacted to a black comment, and I'm like, wait, why is she saying that like that? And I was like, oh shoot.
That's right. Oh, she's black. Okay.
But yes, no, I can't tell. I can't honestly. I can't tell. Yeah,
none of them.
And you don't care. It just
I don't care. But see, the thing is, if I use that as an example of not being racist, they're gonna say that's what makes you racist, because you only you're compensating.
Yeah,
and that's why you're friends with that
Mike.
Race. What?
You need to not think that way, because then you need to keep saying it, because then you won't want to say it as much. So no, you got to say it all the time. I'm not racist. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like, I gotta say that out loud.
I need you to post it everywhere.
I'm gonna put that on my profile on Facebook. By the way, I'm not a racist. I have black friends. Is that how I got it?
And most of my friends in the multiverse, most of my friends in the multiverse are black.
And I got one Filipino.
I have a philosophy that
here we go.
I don't even think people who were deemed in racist environments were actually racist. Elizabeth Eckford, 1957, integration of Alabama schools, right? And there's this iconic picture of her walking through, and you have the white people in the back at her, like really, really getting in and really like, sneering at her. I almost think about the Forrest Gump aspect, like where Forrest Gump was like, what's going on? Yeah. I don't think all those people, and this may be a little controversial, I don't think all those people behind her were racist. I think there was a few of them. I think there's a few of them. Like, this is a little girl trying to go to school. I don't get it. But they might have been with the crowd because
it's the peer pressure. I was going to say that.
And this is what we're supposed to do. Okay, hate the little girl, and I feel stupid, but I'm rolling with the crowd.
Yep.
Right.
Because
they don't want to be. They see what's happening to that girl, and once they say I'm going to side with her, I know what camp I'm in now.
Yep.
They're going to look at me the same way.
Yep.
And then they don't want that. They don't want that, especially when we're talking about kids in high school.
You don't want that.
And they come at you, right? If you're not on their side, whatever race.
What the hell?
Go the other way. It goes. What the hell?
Yeah. What the hell?
What you like that little girl? Right? I ain't gonna say the word. But I'm saying. And now they're on your behind. It's like, so now you got to live. And and you know where I get that
Doc,
from?
Real quick. I just your
my mic.
Your presentation.
Oh, yeah.
Which one?
About racism.
Oh.
Do that rant. Your rant.
My rant.
We need to clip that whole rant.
I need that
as a clip. Yeah,
like
5-6 minutes.
There was some more.
There was some more comments.
Yeah.
I'm from the inner city. I apologize.
Cassandra?
This is definitely passionate for me.
Oh, love this special. Yeah, Cassandra. I put that on there. I said
Cassandra, love her.
Cassandra.
Love her. Well, her husband. I'm sorry, Chronic.
No, I like Cassandra. I like Cassandra. I don't love Chronic. Chronic. I don't know what's going on.
I grew up in a neighborhood, and I always say Irvington, East Orange, stuff like that, Essex County, New Jersey. What I noticed is that not all the kids were bad. I was there because I was not a bad kid. But I did some things that might be considered bad. but I knew in my heart, like, yo, I shouldn't be doing
I
this,
probably
right?
shouldn't be
But
doing
there were
that.
some kids that were legitimately on some stuff. But out of the 10 kids, there might be one that's off the chain that influences the rest.
Yep.
And that's what I noticed. I think racism, the same thing. Your people, not everybody around you is racist.
Exactly.
You know, if you're in a racist environment, I'm saying not everybody around you is racist or think that how you think. So that's what makes you stupid, because you don't even recognize the people around you. It's just kind of like, okay, what's a racist name? Jethro? Shouldn't say that.
Jethro.
Jethro. Okay, Jethro. You know what I mean?
They moved to Beverly Hills.
And Mandy says, "Hey guys."
Mandy.
Oh, Mandy
What's
is
up,
there.
Mandy?
All right, what's up?
Yes. Oh, I'll be putting your blog up today, by the way.
Yeah.
Just thought I'd
And Mandy has Mandy DeVault Law. She has this new thing she's trying to develop where we're going to try to work with her, the metaverse. Probably you, Devin, because I'm not that smart.
Hey, so wait a second. Speaking of that lawyer that we're working with,
DeVault.
Since we're talking about race, she's black also, or like I don't even know.
Oh man, Mandy gonna curse me out. Mandy texted me, and she's mixed.
She is mixed.
I don't know. Like I'm saying, I don't know.
Why you put us in the spot like that? I don't know. She's wonderful.
But see, my point is, it doesn't matter, right?
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I'm still working with her, and I don't even know.
Right.
So
that's my whole point.
So what he's saying is that he's chose to not leave the scene. No, I'm just kidding. No, yes, Mandy, thank you.
Yeah.
She's actually watching. I'm sorry. I apologize. I apologize. Bringing that up, but
she's an educated woman, and that's all.
I don't. Yeah, I'm not saying she's.
No. That's not debate against you. I'm just about overall. We're talking about the racist people. Like it doesn't matter. She knows her law. She went to school. She knows what she's doing. You walk in there, shouldn't be like, oh, well, I'm not going to talk to you because I think this or I think that. Hopefully she never has to.
Well, and that's another thing is business, right? If you're racist and you have a business, are you going to count out all the different races that you're against?
Yeah.
And you don't want them as a patron? You're going to fail.
Yeah.
It's just like look at it. Yeah, it's just like politically, like okay, I hate all Republicans. I'm not gonna. I
mean. It depends on what you're selling,
See, now how can I be serious? I'm trying to do a serious conversation.
Let's be serious.
Yes, Mandy, I see. Okay. Mandy was like, I'm not saying nothing is pretty much what she's saying. But okay.
Yeah, okay, well that's good. Yeah. No, see, that sounded bad too. That's good. Don't say nothing, Mandy. Yeah, that's bad too. No, but like you want everybody to buy your product, right? You want everybody to buy it. If I'm selling pencils and pens, I don't want people to say, oh, let's see, Iceman, he's white. Oh, I don't support white business, right? Like I'm not going to buy from him.
Makes sense.
I don't want that, right? And it goes the other way too.
Doc has some more. Go on.
Oh yeah, sorry.
No, I just had my rant, and it was just like basically they all come down to if you need life-saving help and it's anybody of a race that you talk about and you make the deplorable in your mind, you need to just stand there and just bleed out. And wait until somebody gets there.
I think there's a slogan in there somewhere. Yeah, I think there's like a little slogan.
Out. Just bleed out. Bleed out.
Don't get help. Don't. If I'm walking across the street and you're just a bona fide, I hate every race in the world, or I don't like, or you're gonna talk about me behind my back or something like that, and you need my help. Let me walk on past. Don't bother me. Why should I stop? I need to know that.
Yeah, right out the gate. All right,
so also I
gotta say some love to some people real quick.
Okay, real quick.
I got Donna. Hey Donna, hi guys.
Oh,
good to see you. Yes.
Oh, my mom did have a question. Did she ask it?
Hold on.
Okay, go ahead.
Rolo said money is green no matter whoever it comes from.
Money's green. Bingo. That's a good one. That is good.
You are correct. And I think I love you all. You're all amazing humans. Yes, Cassandra said we're all amazing humans. Yes, we are.
My mom she didn't ask the question, but she did ask me to bring it up if she forgot or whatever. So there's a lot of slurs that are about different races, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she was wondering, she goes, how do you two feel, right? The hosts, when you hear people using the N-word around you, does it make you feel any different? When you hear it, do you think they shouldn't? No, I'm just like, do you think they
No,
shouldn't say
that
it?
is a
Good
very good
or is it
question.
okay to say?
Very good question.
Because I
I'll
know
let you
my
start,
opinion.
Doc.
I know my opinion.
I'll let
I
you
went
start,
around with
Doc.
my son.
It's a slippery slope
let you
because
go,
it's become so included in the jargon. Can I do a quick story? So
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't write that word. So I got a buddy named Brian I went to college with. But then there's Brian, who's a school teacher in my neighborhood. Brian texts me and asks me something stupid. I was like, yo, Brian, the school teacher, hits me back. I think you meant this for somebody else. And Brian is third grade school teacher, really, and I feel so bad. But here's the thing:
you never texted, really?
Dude, yeah, I've never texted him. I had his number because he was in the neighborhood. Look, the whole point is that it's a slippery slope, right? It's not good. There's certain circumstances where it's not good, and it's probably not good in certain people's opinions. Never, but it's just a part of it. And I don't say it often, but I have said it, and it's really hard to get a definitive discussion on that because it's hard. I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
and for me personally,
Yeah.
I'm with Doc on that. I can use it at times. I have used it, or I do use it at times, and there are times where I look at it in the context that it's being used by even us or other people in the way that they use it, and I look at it and go, nah, brah, you probably shouldn't be saying it like that, and
That's a trigger,
don't
right?
do that. Don't yes.
It's
don't even go there.
Somebody says it like somebody can use that around me. I'm sorry, Iceman, but somebody can use it and it's nothing taken. Even if they're of a different race, it's not really taken because they're saying it in a kind of a whatever hip hopish, slangish, whatever type of way. It's no big deal. But the difference is when you're like when I was rolling to my office in Rittenhouse Square one time, I remember a guy was having an argument with a black person, and he turned around and said, "Hey, F you," but he said it deep, like there's emphasis on those words.
Yes,
I literally thought about getting out my car.
And they cut you.
He was right there, he was walking past me, and I was like, "Nah, I'm cool.
Yeah,
I'm
it
gonna
cuts you deep.
let
It
that.
cuts you deep.
It's a little cut. Yeah, it's a little.
So real quick, Mandy. Yes, you wrote a book called Racial Healers.
Mandy did?
Yes, I will send you guys a copy. And she's white. By the way, she said she's white. I'm just throwing that out there.
Mandy's white? I didn't know.
I'm just quoting. I'm reading on here.
No, the funny thing is I didn't know.
White. Now you do.
See, that's great. I think that's great that nobody's
mixed. It's a fact.
Hey. And thank you, Donna. You're welcome for the answer. I hope we was able to answer your question.
Well, I didn't get a chance to answer that question.
Well, you're not black. So
whoa.
She specifically
She did. She talked to you last the black guys.
And your fingers
You're not included. You ain't got to be
No. I got an opinion though. As a white man.
You're not in the middle.
I am in the middle. If you're looking at the screen,
you are.
We're like the Oreo cookie
you
right
have
now.
An opinion, yes, you do.
Yeah, we're the Oreo cookie. So, I don't like it at all. I've had a discussion with my son about it. My thing is, if one group of people can say it, I think everybody should say it. Should be able to, with the same repercussions, because it's just like when girls are saying, "Oh, she's such a B word," and they're being playful. That's fine, right? They're okay. But then you could say she's such a, and then so that, like you said, Doc, the emphasis on the word, right? So there are, rap songs with the word in it, right? But a white person really can't say those out loud. They can't. So you're making a product, just like I said, you're trying to sell stuff, but you don't want certain people to be able to enjoy it. So you're throwing that word in there, and as a white person, I can't use it. I can't say it, right?
I've seen the videos where on TikTok or whatever, when the black dude's in the car sitting next to the white guy, and the rap song comes on, and it's right,
and see, and I don't. Me personally, I don't like that.
And I don't either.
I understand. Yeah, perspective.
And my personal opinion, because I was talking to my daughter too about this. I don't like the word at all. So I'm not going to use it. And this is true. I don't think I've ever said that word because I've grown up with never saying that word. Right. So,
and you know what it means.
Well, and it's bad. It's a bad word. In my opinion, it's a
Mhm.
bad word. But then you get
the context and what it was used for and all that stuff.
5 or
it's bad.
6 young black guys, and they're just saying the word all the time. It's like again, racist. Same with that word. It's lost its meaning. It used to be a bad thing, right? And so now they're using it like, well, no, I'm saying racist. It used to be like it had a meaning, strong meaning,
right?
And then now everybody's a racist. So if everybody's a racist, then nobody is. Right. And that's the same with the power of that word, the N word. If someone uses it and it's just like for me, it's any cuss word. If you're driving down the road and you're going, man, this trip is taking so effing long, this is blah, blah. And it's like, where's the emphasis? Why is there an emphasis on, why do we need to use that curse words? It's the same thing though. If everybody should be allowed to say it if they want, but whatever. But
well, you are allowed to say it.
No, I know. Everybody's with it. And that Connor got into that too. He goes, "Sure, Dad, you can walk into a crowd of black people, and say it and just yell it out." And I go, "I could, right? Okay. I mean, and I do have to deal with the consequences.
You have free will.
But the problem is why am I held to a different standard than the group of black people? Why am I held to a different standard?
Okay, I'll tell you this: if you just went into a crowd and yelled it, you would be there. But if you went in the crowd and started dancing, grooving, and maybe getting them all involved, and then you say, "What's up?"
Nope.
And they probably
I guarantee you. No, they wouldn't.
No.
I guarantee you they would not.
Well, you got to think of where. I mean.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess the crowd. I guess it's the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna. I won't judge everybody, but like if I was
you're in Brooklyn.
But see, I was just gonna say, if I was with you guys hanging out in real life with your families, I almost said like, I don't think you'd yell at me if I said it, but then I was like, I'm not even gonna say it. So why is that even entering my head?
Right.
I would never even do that to you guys, because I think of it as hurtful to you and hurtful to anybody.
Hey, I got another word. And this was based off of a word that I just read from your mom. It's called respect. Be disrespectful, huh? Why is that a thing? So I'm just going to be disrespectful. So respect is the word.
Yeah. So
we need to respect each other.
Well, and okay. So does that mean like all the kids hanging out, or I use kids, but it could be adults too, but just a group of black people hanging out, calling each other that, just like, just in playfulness, like, is that the are they disrespecting each other?
Yeah, I know.
It's hard. It's really a hard subject.
Well, when you said hard, because I hear that phrase too. Oh, he used the hard R, right? Yeah,
the hard N.
And hard N.
Yeah, the hard N.
Oh, okay. I was like, it's a hard N? I was really, I don't know anything about racism.
And when they're saying it to be disrespectful, when they're saying it to be.
Right. I know there's different ways you can take it as a playful word among friends.
Yep. So Cassandra, she said some stuff too. I hate the word. I grew up in the South and my family didn't use it and nobody used it around her, and made sure to say something if someone else did. Stand up for it. That's right. If you hear somebody else say it, say something.
I would.
Just well, bro, don't say that. Or if you say something into Alexa and you're saying something inappropriately, Alexa should talk back to you and say, "Doc, you probably shouldn't talk like that."
Why you gotta bring Doc into it?
I know. Hey guys, we're gonna wrap up right now. Podcast number 15. We love you all.
Now,
hey, Doc, initiative.
Oh, initiative. So helping every American reconnect together. Do not forget about our initiative for the end of the year with Heart. Right. I'm sorry, Heart, the acronym that I spelled out or I talked out. We're doing that to help families. And guess what? It doesn't matter if they're white, black, Hispanic, Asian, Filipino. It doesn't matter.
They all got to eat.
We're going to be set up to try to help people in our different environments.
And what's our motto? What's our motto for Heart?
The chaos we give is the giving that we heal. When we heal, that's our motto. And I hope everybody enjoyed the podcast. And we're very serious. We may joke around and stuff like that, but it's just. And I'm sorry if I said racist people should drop dead. I don't think that really should happen. I think people just need to sit back and take a understanding of what they're projecting out into the world and what they're teaching their kids. And you're supposed to improve each generation, not destroy it. And racism has never helped any society. It's never helped, and it's dumb. It's just so
Super
stupid.
dumb.
I heard a thing on. I was watching some podcast and they said that I think it was my son that brought it up, but I can't remember. I apologize to the person that brought it up to me. But they said things like that are like 3 generations away. So like your great grandfather was very racist. The next one's going to be less racist, and then pretty soon you're not racist. But that only matters if you stop doing it,
Right.
because you can continue it in 3 generations also.
Yep.
So it matters
Stop
what's
it.
in people's
Stop
hearts.
your generation.
I did want to say one more thing. We do want to do a
I
part
don't
2 of this with talking with people in the
Yeah,
multiverse.
Yeah.
Oh,
So if
true,
you guys
true.
are out
Yeah.
there and you want to talk to us, we
And
are going to
yeah.
actually do some videos inside there, because
Inside
we
Multiverse,
really
yeah,
want to
talk
bring
about it.
the multiverse.
And I know,
into
Devlin, I know you tried to do it. Yeah, stop it. Stop it.
No, Rolo
Rolo.
said great
Rolo.
topic. 45 minutes, not long enough. You are correct. Should circle around back and talk. Yes, we are. Exactly what Mike was just saying. So Doc is going to close us out in prayer tonight for our podcast today, as soon as he's going to say what he's going to say.
What I want to say, and I'm not very good in prayer, so we're going to preface that right now. So,
whatever.
but I'm going to work on something in my head right now as I say this. The
That's why
thing
I
about
said
that
it.
was a perfect example with Mandy. I knew Mandy was light skinned for default law. I mean, I knew that, but her race never played a part in me helping set her up in the multiverse, setting her up with you to meet with you. It just
100%.
it doesn't work with my brain. Like it didn't matter that I wasn't really sure. I thought she was like Italian or something. I wasn't sure. And that's I didn't know, but it did not matter. She's a wonderful person, knows her stuff, and is just a great individual, and that's all I cared about.
100%.
So
I do want to say one more thing.
Sure.
I think my kids, and I'm not saying me and my wife were the greatest parents, but
sure.
they really were raised with no racism in their heart.
Mhm.
And like I really do. When I look at my kids and the way they talk to people and stuff, and they don't judge,
and I felt it. I will tell you that right now. When I got there, the love never stopped, and so it was extended all the way across, because sitting outside.
Connor. Oh yeah, you were out with Connor. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Did you say I was?
You were out. Okay, I was out for one time, but yeah.
Yeah, and then you went out.
I went out. Right.
You went out. Yeah. After your visit to the porch.
Anyway,
you took a nap right after.
Yes.
I don't know how that happened. Long
so
nap.
Anyway,
Doc.
but yeah.
Right, Doc,
anyway, I just want to put that a shout out to my
it.
kids that I'm really proud of them for that. But okay, go ahead, Doc.
Yeah. Hopefully no crosses or
Stop it.
Stop it. I know no churches.
Stop it.
Start boiling. But here's the thing. I'm not a super religious person. I will tell people that, and honestly, but there are things that sometimes you just have to figure out how to make some improvements in your life. And I'm not the best. I'll probably be doing confessionals every day for the rest of my life. But here's the thing. I want to, God, I want to thank you for bringing us all together and really helping us bring upon this subject and allow us to grow and to continue to bring good, a good show to people across the planet, the earth, however you want to look at it, or just people who listen in, and hopefully we can give them something. And I'm not very good in prayers, but thank you. I appreciate it, and help us grow and continue to prosper and do well and raise our kids and do great stuff.
Amen. Amen.
No, I'm just going to throw. I'm not good at praying. I don't know what you're talking about.
It doesn't,
all
people say
up
that
and down my spine, bro. You were just talking to him.
At my church, they all say the same thing. They're like,
you had the same mission, the same goal. You just wanted us to be better. You just wanted him to touch us and do the thing. All right, guys. Thank you for the podcast. We love you guys. Take care.
Okay. See you in the multiverse.